whatever sort of reputation it has.
Damn it all.
Are you all right?
Please help me. There's a motel close by.
A motel?
Tuesday's Motel. Can I help you, miss?
Who are you?
You're in deep now, ain't ya? The name's Argus. Just call me Merc.
When was that array drawn?
It'd be less than 24 hours ago.
I didn't do this.
Gunpowder in his fingers. But this ain't no ordinary pistol. You're in for a lick of trouble, that's for sure. Take me to his room. What are we after, boss?
Firstly, I'd like to know what happened to her. Second, whether the Order of Enlightenment has been here. Why did a Xeno officer come to this place? This motel?
Those calls are meant for the dead. They say the deepest despair comes from hesitation. It won't fool me.
Can it really be that simple?
.6 long. Signs of limping. Male. Around 20 years old. Lightweight. More sets of footprints here.
Boss, are you sure this is where the materials for the revered one are? There isn't even a single trace of human activity here, let alone a market. I guess the only possible explanation is we're here for these plants, right?
Of course not, you idiot.
That's too bad. I'm great at harvesting plants. I'm a pro, see? Check out these calluses. Although my mom would probably disagree. Do you have any idea what these materials look like? They must be important, so we better handle them with care. Don't want to risk mistaking them for weeds, you know? I hope they're easy enough to find. With my leg messed up like this, I can hardly handle any delicate work.
That's him. The one with the limp.
Sorry about this, man. But at least you'll see your mom soon. Up there in heaven.
What?
Who's there?
Join with us, comrades. I admire your courage.
This one.
Heart steel.
Regaining control
Like
of
a
our bodies.
Metaphor?
Take a deep breath.
We share the same dreams. To a brighter future for everyone.
Shine. Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
What are you waiting for? Get your ass out of here. Ah, you got a couple questions for this one too, huh? Well, first come, first served. I'm afraid you're gonna have to get in line. Alright, here's how we're gonna do this. I ask, you answer. If you lie, I'll blow your jaw off. Have you ever met a girl named Kayla?
Kayla?
Let's try that again. A girl, about 5'3", chestnut hair, emerald green eyes, speaks like a Texan. Have you seen her? Yes or no? No? Then why is her hair clip in your pocket?
I remember. There's a girl, 5'3", chestnut hair. She's always carrying a basket. Her name's Kayla, too. But her eyes ain't emerald green. They're...
Tell me how you got this hair clip. The more detailed, the better.
We just bumped into each other by chance. She dropped it on the road, and I thought my daughter would like it, so I...
I'll give you one last chance. Where did you meet?
At a place called Tuesday's Motel.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? Next time, just spit it out. Save us all some time.
Are you with the Foundation?
The Foundation?
Yeah. They hate the Foundation, you see. But you saved me. I need some help. My mom...
I ain't never heard of no Foundation. And I don't give a you-know-what about what's going on between you and them. Got my own matters to deal with. I'll leave him with you. Keep the gun. You figure the rest out yourself. Now, where's this motel?
Listen, you saved my life, so I owe you one. I have to warn you, that motel...
Save your breath. We're done here.
Wait! You're a mercenary, right? I can tell by your gear. I'm worried about my mother. If you see her on the road, please give me a call. Here's a photo of her.
Got it.
And here, my phone number. And listen, be careful. Something ain't right about that motel.
All right.
One sheep, two sheep, three sheep.
Is that a sheep?
Two sheep, three sheep. Funny how we hit the hay every night, just like kids hit the books every day. I'm Barbara. Nice to meet you.
You're in my way, ma'am.
I've tried waving and shouting at the drivers, but none of them stopped for me. Thankfully, pacing around the road seems to have done the trick.
Listen, if you need a ride, here's my answer. No.
My driver left me here, probably because of that scraping sound on the car roof. That scared him half to death. Everything happens for a reason. Destiny's brought me to the right place, I think. Could you give me a ride? I'm on a business trip, so money is no object.
It ain't about money.
Oh, a disappointing answer. But I understand. One must be vigilant. If you don't mind me asking, miss, what happened to your eyes? They're bloodshot. It's best not to drive with your eyes in such a state. You have a much higher chance of getting into an accident.
That ain't none of your concern, Miss Sheep. See ya.
Argus, come over here. This little lamb almost didn't make it out of her mama's belly.
That's life.
Don't say that. No living thing is born to suffer. Look, it's already standing. What an adorable little thing. It's getting dark. We should take them back. Ain't no way they'll make it through the night out here with their mama hurt. And you can't see a thing at night.
You're right. Let's go. Screw it. I should have minded my own damn business.
Before we left, TTT was telling me an urban myth about Texas.
Huh, sounds about right. What's the story about?
The story starts off in the typical way. A man was driving down a long Texas road when he saw a girl hitchhiking. He offered her a lift and a piece of chocolate. The man dropped the girl off at a cemetery and drove on. It was late at night, so he was hoping to reach his destination quickly. Soon after, he saw a funeral procession going down the road. The photo of the dead seemed familiar. Curiosity came over him, and he followed them to the cemetery. Look, a piece of chocolate. Give me a moment. I have to take this. It's from the Foundation.
Timekeeper, this is an emergency notice. The Xeno base in Texas, USA has conducted a large-scale evacuation. Xeno has not yet responded regarding their actions. Should you encounter any difficulties on your trip there, please contact headquarters immediately.
Understood.
Despite these developments, your mission remains the same. Contact U2 editor Barbara, who was last seen near Route 77 collecting information, and find Erd's current whereabouts through her. Since U2 editors use a special communication channel, her current location is still unknown. We'll be in touch as soon as there's any new information. Any questions, Timekeeper?
No. Thank you.
All the best, then.
What did they say?
There was a mass evacuation at the Xeno base in Texas.
What's that all about? They called me 2 days ago, saying that Red 38 was still under routine maintenance in their armament factory. But now, all of a sudden, they're gone? How am I going to get my Red 38 back now, huh? If they hadn't taken her away for inspection, we wouldn't be traveling in this little car, wasting all day on the road.
The operator only mentioned an evacuation. It's still possible that some of them have stayed behind to keep the factory running. If you're worried about Red 38, we can take a detour there. It's in Chisos. The town isn't far from here.
Hey, mister, can you take us to the cheeses? It's just a little detour.
Girls, I don't know why y'all are here, but whether it's just for a bit of adventure or for business, I gotta tell you, something ain't right in that town. We've all heard the stories. Scratching sounds on car roofs, animal bits stuck to car grills, and those people in black robes running around. It's all too weird for me.
Give the ghost stories a rest. Look, if you're trying to negotiate a higher price, at least be a little smart about it, instead of trying to spook us with a few tall tales.
You got me all wrong. Who in their right mind would throw away the cash in their hand unless they were forced to? Benjamins are good and all, but they ain't worth my life. Ain't no way I'm taking you there, no matter how much cash you throw at me.
Why? Were you the driver in that ghost story?
No.
Have you seen these things happen yourself? Come on! It's just a little detour. It won't even cost you much fuel.
Sir?
You see that? It's fogging up. Ain't no way this fog is natural. We shouldn't go any further. I'm stopping right here.
Ugh, fine. I'll drive. Swap seats with me.
No! Nobody get out of the car.
Why?
Are you kidding me? You haven't heard the stories, have you? Then what in the hell are you even doing here? When the fog rolls in on Route 77, you should always stay in the car. All kinds of terrible things hide in the fog. Some folks say they saw giant white crocodiles. Others say they saw dead bodies hanging from trees. Ain't nobody leaving this car. Not until the fog's gone. Is that?
Oh, come on! Don't tell me you're scared of this stuff.
He's fainted. I see. This looks like the work of a mumus. It's a critter commonly seen in the southern US. When they're frightened, they produce a fog-like gas from their respiratory trumpet.
So that sound is just some critter scratching along on the roof. At this rate, I won't get my Red 38 back for another month. Well, I always wanted to try this. Help me move this guy. And you'll have to give up your passenger seat, Capitan.
I know what you're thinking, but do you have a US driver's license? Or any driver's license at all, for that matter?
What do I need that for? I can fly a broom and even do all those maneuvers. That takes more skill than driving a car, don't you think? Compared to flying, driving a car is child's play. Just look at the number of drivers compared to pilots in the world. Now, where do we start? Start both engines. Keep the tachometer at 70%. Here's the nose wheel steering, the position indicator for the joystick, the throttle lever. And these are for the flaps. No, that's not right. We're in a car, not a flying machine. Let's just get out, Capitan. Can't wrap my head around this hunk of metal.
Good decision.
If these critters are responsible for this fog, our solution is simple. We drive them away. Let's go. What is it, Capitan?
Someone's casting arcane skills nearby. Do you hear that? Sounds like a crying baby.
Better go take a look. You know, a Texan soldier once told me about a notorious bandit back in his hometown many years ago. He would record the sound of a crying baby and play it outside the homes of single mothers. Then he'd wait, ready to attack them if any of them opened their door to look for the baby.
Yes, but the actions of one man don't negate all other calls for help.
Of course not. It's just a reminder to be ready for anything. We're close now. Prepare yourself.
Got it.
Vertin, over here!
Please help.
Are you alright, miss?
Finally, someone. Please help me. These critters won't let me leave. Every time I try, they knock me back. My baby's starving and crying. If you hadn't come, I really don't know what I would have done.
You mean these Moomus? I've never read about them attacking anyone in any reports. In fact, they're known for being rather timid.
Reports don't necessarily capture the whole story, Capitan. Look at them. They don't seem very timid to me. Careful, it's going to attack.
Join with us, comrades.
To the left.
I will remember your sacrifice.
Regaining control
Sharp
of our
face.
bodies. To read.
Don't worry.
It hurts! Or this book? Time to turn the page. Reading complete. Was I helpful, timekeeper?
They always run off so quickly.
Are you alright?
Did you get a good look at them? Those slippery little things look like seals, don't they? They always jump on passing cars and rub their flat hind legs on the roof, making that coarse, scraping sound. Amazing creatures, aren't they? These little fearmongers. But they are, in fact, easily frightened. The slightest movement could startle them. That's why it's foggy all year around here. Many of my guests have trouble finding their way to the motel. Are you ladies looking to check in at the motel?
Motel?
Yes, Tuesday's Motel. If you're looking for a comfortable bed for the night, it's the place to go. Anyway, thank you so much for saving us. I owe you one.
Excuse me. Are you the maid at Tuesday's Motel?
Oh, I almost forgot to introduce myself. Folks around here call me Tuesday. Hey, Tuesday, over here. Hey, Tuesday, breakfast for one, please. Tuesday, Tuesday. Oh, ain't we all like horses? And our names like the rain's pulling at us. Do you need a place to stay, ladies?
Thank you for your kindness. But our driver's still in the car. We can't just leave him there.
And our luggage and travel documents are still in the trunk, along with our cash too. Let's head back now that the fog has cleared.
Shall I lead the way?
You? What were you doing out here alone anyway?
I was waiting for a guest. It's been 2 hours and they still haven't shown up. I thought, rather than waiting here, I would pay you back for helping me. I assume you parked near Route 77? Let me take you there.
That coward. He just threw out our luggage and took off. How pathetic.
At least he didn't take the luggage with him.
Are you going to thumb a ride with all these bags? I'd advise against that, especially here. You've seen those movies, right? Bad things can happen on the road out here. There are a lot of smugglers around these days.
Did you say your motel wasn't far from here?
Yes. Come this way. There's an easy trail that won't dirty your shoes. Don't worry. It ain't far. When night falls and the signs are lit, a weary traveler may find a comfortable place to rest here. Welcome to Tuesday's Motel, ladies. That'll be $25 altogether. Will that be on card or cash?
Cash, please.
Hey, do you know if there's an armament factory in the town nearby?
An armament factory? Yes, there is one. Would you like a map? If you plan on visiting, make sure to return early. It can be a difficult walk in the dark.
Doesn't seem far from here.
It's about an hour's walk. I'd recommend leaving tomorrow morning. It's getting late. It's best not to be outside at night.
Thanks, but I'm going right now. Nothing can go wrong as long as I have Red 38 by my side.
Call me if anything happens.
Like what? I can handle myself.
Don't worry. She'll check in later.
Here's your passport.
Have you been working here since the opening of this place?
Yes.
How's business?
Not too great. It's the off-season now. You don't seem too good at small talk. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
I do have one question. Have you seen a sheep-headed arcanist around?
It's not a face you'd easily forget. And why are you looking for this arcanist? World peace? Well, that makes this request simply too adorable to turn down. Well, I'm sorry to say that I've never met an arcanist with the head of a sheep. I can help you ask around if you...
What?
Sounds like something's going wrong upstairs. Sorry about that. Let's head up. Your room's on the second floor, too. Then we can take a look at what's happened.
Sounds good.
Just so you know, the guests upstairs are a little... Well, you can stay behind me if you like.
How about it? It's just a simple room swap. I'm sure it won't be no trouble at all for a generous lady such as yourself.
That's the guest staying in room 210. She arrived here the night before yesterday. She was injured when she came in. Seems it didn't take her long to recover. But I don't quite understand why she insists on swapping rooms with the other guests. If she does the same to you, please call the front desk. I'll do my best to help.
Why didn't you offer her your help? She needs it more than I do.
Oh, things don't work like that here, miss. Everyone has their own secrets. With the variety of guests we get, it's best to keep your mouth shut, or else somebody will shut it for you. Although there are fewer bounty hunters around these days, my advice is to stay quiet if you don't want any trouble. Especially if you're dealing with an armed mercenary. You know how things like that play out down here in Texas, don't you?
Understood.
Or do you have something else in mind?
Is your room bigger and better than this one?
That's the guest of room 218 speaking. She too is a young lady like you.
You remember all the guests and their room numbers?
You'd remember her too if she'd been staying in your motel for a month. Miss Kimberly's been here for just over that.
Mirror. The mirror.
Mr. Stefan, are you coming out for some fresh air?
Maid, you're just in time. I'd like to swap rooms with this Kimberly lady.
If Miss Kimberly and yourself have come to an agreement, then I see no reason why you can't do so.
Timekeeper?
Have we met?
Vertin?
That's me. Do I know you, sir?
I saw you. In the newspaper. The newspaper, that vacuum bomb. Did you see the explosion? You must have, because you made it happen. You dropped the bomb, you murderers. But have any of you been brought to justice? No, not a single one. Instead, you were congratulated and given medals. Revolting. Disgusting. Why were you rewarded for murder? Meanwhile, I'm stuck in this hotel. Lord, is this what my life has come to?
But we've never met before. I don't even know your name, sir.
Of course you don't know me, but I'll get the truth out. I'll expose your crimes to the public. That rotting woman in the tub, that sheep-headed monster, and that one inside the mirror.
Sheep-headed, you say? Wait, sir.
Shh, don't startle him. He's totally crazy.
I should have known it was all fake! If they're giving out medals for killing people, then I should have one too. That shiny medal. It should be mine!
Stay back!
Embrace rather than resist. To the left.
I will remember your sacrifice.
This'll help.
Keep up the pace.
To transcribe. Racy, please. Was I?
I'm ever so sorry about all this, Miss Furton. You've only just arrived, and you've had to deal with so much trouble already.
Oh, it's no trouble. In fact, I'm glad that we came here. That man said he'd seen a sheep-headed monster.
Oh, that. He's quite delusional. Surely you won't take the ramblings of a madman for a fact, will you? He's been peculiar since the day he checked in. He spasms and twitches and pays little attention to his surroundings. It's best not to have a face-to-face conversation with him. Who knows what he'll do next?
Hey, you, maid. Enough chatter. You have a job to do. I've accepted the offer this, Miss Argus made. What's next? What should we do?
Apologies, Miss Kimberly. I'll be with you in a moment. Could the both of you wait for me at the front desk? The rooms need a tidy up before they can be occupied. You may take a rest on the couch in the lobby while you wait. Miss Furton, I'm afraid I'll have to leave you here. Do you mind going to your room alone?
Not at all.
Ma'am, you can just leave the room as it is. If you clean it, it'll interfere with my work. You might want to check on that Kimberly lady. She looks starved. she wouldn't stop shaking.
Oh, Miss Kimberly, would you like something to eat?
I'm fine. I agreed to change rooms, didn't I? Why are you two still mocking me? You're not exactly a pleasant person to do business with. You know that, right?
Well, darn. What got you so riled up? It's too late now. A deal's a deal. You can backpedal if you like, but it ain't wise to mess with the girl packing heat down here in Texas. Later, Miss Kimberly.
Her arcane skill.
Keep the sample.
To the right. I will
A good
remember
point.
your sacrifice.
This'll help.
Keep up the pace.
No other study could show you this.
Don't worry. We share
A
the
good
same
point.
dreams. To a brighter future for everyone.
Taking another look.
Now, to preserve this memory.
Join with us, comrades.
To the right.
I will remember
good
your
point.
sacrifice.
Listen.
Hearts here.
The benefits of field mapping.
Calm down.
We share the
A good
same
point.
dreams. To a brighter future for everyone.
Taking another look. Confirm the coordinates. We worked on this collaboration together. Out.
That man, Stefan, he clearly knows something. But he appears to be rather mentally unstable, and he's hostile towards me. Adam Z cautioned me on this. I must be extra careful when dealing with people like him. Should make sure I have a backup plan in place before proceeding. Still no sign of Lilia. Did she get in trouble? Hello? Hello? Is that Miss Tuesday? Oh, I think I know what this is. That's an R. E. S. P. O. Respond.
Hello? Is this Miss Burton?
Miss Tuesday?
Yes. I have an announcement for you. There's a service outage going on in the area. Some critters nibbled through the cables of a nearby signal tower, but all our internal phone lines are still running well.
I see.
It should be repaired soon since we share the signal tower with that armament factory. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. I'll bring you dinner up later. It's on the house.
There's something I want to ask you. I received a phone call earlier.
Oh, Miss Kimberly was also prank called not long ago. I suppose it's a critter's doing. You know how mischievous they can be. And since they have decent smarts, they can play some pretty nasty tricks.
I don't think that's what made the phone call.
Well, Miss Burton, this is what I understand to be the truth. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm good for now. Thank you. Spiders? Is that an arcane array? The pattern's familiar. I've seen it somewhere before. Yes, I've definitely seen this before. When I was in school.
This is an extremely dangerous array, one that you are prohibited from using. It can go easily beyond the caster's control. We study Arcanum and tame it for our use. But once its power surpasses our limits, it is highly likely that it will lead to our own destruction. I need you all to remember that. It'll be in your next exam.
Burton, are you listening? The instructor just said it'd be in the next exam. If you like, you can check my notes.
Oh, thank you. My mind was somewhere else. Why have they made it a key point of the exam if we can't even use it? I see. They didn't teach us about arrays so that we could use them. They wanted us to be able to identify them so that we could avoid danger. It's highly likely to cause an explosion or other severe consequences if I act too hastily. Lilia still hasn't come back. I must find someone else to help.
Hey, we met back in the hallway, remember? Now it's your turn.
What exactly do you want from me, miss?
Well, it's simple. The person I'm looking for is right here in this motel, and I'm scouring every corner of it to find her. Look, Missy, I don't want to make things hard for you. Name your price, and we can talk.
If this person's gone to such great lengths to avoid you, perhaps she doesn't want to see you at all.
Well, that ain't my concern, is it? A job's a job. Whether it's catching a cheating spouse, tracking someone down, or delivering a letter, it don't make no difference to me.
Very well. But you'll have to look elsewhere, I'm afraid. There's no one but me in this room.
Huh. Look, I know what I'm doing. How about you turn around and take a good look around the room?
So you can knock me out as soon as I turn my back to you.
Missy, if that were my plan, I wouldn't have spent all this time talking to you. I much prefer to do my business pleasantly. I don't like to see things get too ugly.
I see.
Fine. If you don't want to turn around, I'll tell you what I see. You've burned your finger there. You should be more careful.
This is...
Don't look like a fire burn to me. What was it? Some arcane energy? Looks like this room has a couple secrets, too. So you touched an arcane array, and its power burned you. How's that for a guess? Pretty close, huh? This is my arcane skill. It allows me to see the traces that people leave behind. That's how I get these jobs, you see. Ain't nothing happening that don't leave a trace. If there ain't no trace, then it never happened. I came to your room to look for evidence, not a person.
I see. You want to know whether the person you're tracking has been here, right?
Now we're talking.
Before I let you investigate the room, I have one more question. You take jobs from people nearby, don't you?
Of course. It's obvious, ain't it? You seem more intrigued by my profession than my peculiar request. You're in trouble, ain't you? Then let me formally introduce myself. The name's Argus. I'm 26, and I have extensive experience as a mercenary.
Let's make a deal. You may search this room all you like, and I won't say a thing. but in return, I'd like your assistance in my own investigation.
How, exactly?
Can you tell when that array on the cupboard was drawn?
Less than 24 hours ago.
In other words, this was left behind by the last guest who stayed in this room.
Can't say for certain.
Let's see what you've got in there for me. Hey, buddy! They just left her in a wooden box. What kind of safekeeping is this? Anyway, I don't have much time. I'll settle that with them later. Alright, at least they bothered to put a gravity ritual on it.
Are you also preparing to evacuate?
Ah, perfect timing. Are you in charge here?
No, I'm not in charge of anything, Lieutenant. I'm just passing through. I'm Kayla, by the way. I heard some rattling here and thought some of those kids might have come back to steal weapons again. These things aren't cheap, and the kids know it.
Kids stealing from the military? Huh, that's a new one. Where are the guards here?
Oh, didn't they tell you, Lieutenant? The armies stationed here started evacuating a month ago. There aren't many of them around these days.
Evacuating? Then where can I find the soldiers that are still here?
You're new in town, right? Did you see a bar on your way here? That's where the Xeno soldiers spend their nights drinking. You might want to check there first. That's probably where you'll find him.
Him? What does he look like?
Like every other Xeno soldier. They all look the same to me. You'll know him when you see him. But I have to tell you, the bar doesn't like outsiders. Have you heard of the Order of Enlightenment? It's an occult society, very active these days. They were preaching in this town just a few days ago. Today is their day of prayer.
And, what does that have to do with me?
The bar you're going to is where they gather to pray. That's all I know. If you're going up there, please, be careful.
Huh, thanks.
May the sufferer watch over you. Great sufferer, by your decree, the glory of former days shall grace our present path.
Great sufferer, by your decree, the glory of former days shall grace our present path.
We dedicate our souls and minds to you. We seek the well-being of our people in your name.
May the sufferer watch over you. Under the grace, may our cups overflow. To the sufferer!
To the sufferer!
Huh? Odd time for a stranger to come.
No crashing the party, am I? Napa Valley, Californian Red, Kentucky whiskey. Ha! There's a lot of good stuff here. 1 vodka, straight. The best you got.
It ain't business hours, lady.
Hey, all I did was ask for a drink. Is this how you treat your customers?
As I said, we ain't serving you.
Why? Don't you have vodka? Fine, I can settle for whiskey. Have to learn to take what we can get, eh?
You ain't getting that either.
Seriously? You don't have any whiskey? I'm starting to understand why Zeno evacuated. What's the point of living in a town where there's no real liquor? Especially for those drunkards.
What's a Zeno lieutenant doing here anyway? No alcohol fuel in that warehouse of yours?
Huh. You sure have some interesting drinking habits down here. But I'm curious. What did the sufferer promise you to make you all change your faith? I mean, that's quite an achievement, especially here in Texas. Oh, so we're doing this now? Are we?
I'll do my best. To the left.
I admire your courage.
Listen.
Keep up the pace.
No mistakes. To the right. Or this book. Shine. Time to turn the page. To the left.
I will remember
right.
your sacrifice.
This will help.
Sharp fangs.
Journey to the cosmos.
We share the same dream
This
in the
one.
palm of my hand. To a brighter future for everyone.
I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky. Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
Look, I don't care what you're doing here. Just tell me where that Xena soldier went.
What Xeno soldier?
Don't play dumb with me.
That soldier. He's a complete idiot, that one. It's obvious that Xeno has abandoned him, but he insists that they left him here because they believe that only he could keep the warehouse safe. Why are you looking for him now, if you decided to ditch him in the first place?
Listen, I can tell you guys aren't the biggest fans of Xeno, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm just here to get my stuff back.
Fine. If you insist on finding him, try your luck on the outskirts of town. He might be drinking there.
Thanks.